it's time to nip. Pebbling is all done. Everybody's ready to do. So you come over, you step inside the handle of the nipper, bend at the knees and the hips, not at the back. Grab the handle and pick the nipper up. Being very careful about who's around you because these blades are super sharp. We're going to step out onto the sheet. We are going to put the nipper down on the back line only. And we're going to try and be 6, 7, 8 inches off the sideline. And we're going to walk at a nice comfortable walking pace down the sheet. As we're watching the side of the nipper touching the forefoot on the house. That's going to ensure that we have total coverage across the sheet. I'm not worried about the 6 inches on the outside because the rock there is already going to be out of play. So you see here, I've just touched the side of the forefoot. We're going to come all the way down the sheet, keeping our head up because there's still a game going on over here and you don't want to get taken out by a stray stone. We get down to this end of the house and we're going to follow the back of the house. We are not going to cut past the back line, and we're going to come back up the middle of the sheet using the orange tape as a reference as to what the middle of the nipper is, and we'll walk the middle of the sheet with the orange tape on the center line. Now as we go through the junior house, you'll see that the machine overlaps the edge of the forefoot a little bit. This is totally appropriate. You're not cutting low spots in the house because these blades are spring loaded and they float. It will not cut a second piece. It will not cut extra on that overlap piece. We get to the end and we do the same thing. Follow the back of the 12-foot. Float out to the side. Overlap on the forefoot. Stay 6, 7 inches off the sideboards. We pass the junior houses. Yep, got a little bit of overlap on the forefoot. That's good. Tells us that we're getting the entire playing surface, not necessarily the entire surface, but the part where the rocks are actually going to play, we're getting decent coverage. And we are going to stop on the back line. And here's where there's a little bit of, in my mind, a little controversy. Most of the time we're going to stop, we're going to sweep off the accumulated snow, and we'll notice that some of this snow is wet, okay? And it's going to stick. If we're going to have anything stick on the ice, I'd rather it be off to the sides and not back where people are going to be stepping off to throw their stone prior to their shot. I would prefer that we clean the nipper to the side of the sheet. Get as much as we can. Goes in the buckets labeled snow only. That's cleaning up the snow. When we go back to putting the nipper away, this is very important because a lot of times I'll see that the blades of the nipper is pointing towards the sheets. That's very dangerous because, as we said before, these blades are really, really sharp. We'll step back inside the handle. We'll put the blade guard down and we'll pick it up the same way. Okay? And we'll walk it over onto the carrying board. And we will set the nipper down with the blades pointed towards the wall. At that point in time, it's time to go in and have a beer. Good curling.